Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. We're sat in Italy today to start off. Where's that train going? Yes, the far southern edge of the map. This was mentioned in the comments along with a healthy debate on whether we keep the Helix or not, which we'll get to shortly. And yes, our express train is doing something weird and wonderful when it gets to Domo, and I know why, thankfully. So we're going to address that today as well. But it won't help it compete against our airport, will it? No, that's not going to help if it's vanishing off that way. There's only really one way it can go, and that means it's going by the goods station. I don't know, maybe we can charge them extra as a sort of rail tour. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. We're going to fix it. I do, as I said, know how to fix that. The Helix, something interesting is happening with that. I have downloaded a couple of new mods to help with it. It was a pretty even split as far as bypass or keep the main route. There was a common theme though, which we'll get to when we get over there. The plan today is tidy up a few of our lines, try and fix some of the waypoints. Some of our trains decided to as you saw, the Express decides to do some strange things at the Junction to the north of us here. So we're going to fix that as well. Alright, UI is up. Before we go anywhere, we've got 52 million in the bank. This is perfect. Let's see what's happening, shall we? Yes, there goes our Express, the white one, our Express to the far north edge of the map, to Toon. And currently, it does this. It goes via our goods depot there, our goods freight station. Not the best. Another thing while we're here, this area here isn't really served the most. This outlying, what are they, residential? Commercial. So, yeah, there's a few shops and businesses out this way that are not going to get any business whatsoever. Well, they will get business. What's this? This is nice. Slightly distracted. There's a lovely supermarket out here. I'm not sure on your business plan. Maybe you knew we're going to have a bus out this way, which is what we're going to do. We're going to have a bus that circles out this way via the station and then picks up people there. This shenanigans here with our Express is not going to help us when it comes to our frequency. It's dropped it to 13 minutes. Obviously our plane frequency or aircraft frequency is much better, but that's what we've got to live with. We're going to try and compete with our own business. Now, the reason this is doing what it's doing, I thought I had covered all bases. I had not, and it made sense why the AI chose to use this platform, as it can't actually get across here. So we're going to change this junction. We don't need this signal here. We're going to get rid of, come on, that one there. You can zoom out and just do it via here. Sometimes I challenge myself to try and get it. Oh, spoiler, old standard tracks. Yes, so you might have an idea of what's coming up with the Helix. We're keeping it, sort of. We're not using it. And I'll show you how that's going to look shortly, as well as the tunnel as well. Anyway, that's not what we're doing. I completely forgot that would be visible to everyone. Anyway, 75 kilometers an hour should be okay. We need it slowing down. Coming into the station anyway. And we'll have another couple of signals here. One's going to be a waypoint. Did I electrify that? You know, I'm not entirely sure. I think so. We can double check, can't we? Is it electrified? It is electrified. Excellent. I have made that mistake too many times, where you put a new bit of track in, forget to electrify it, and wonder why nothing works. But anyway, waypoints. We're going to have one of these just sitting here so we can redirect our Express if need be. I think the main reason for doing this would be to ensure it always goes this way, no matter what happens to the track. We will double check our tracks as well. We could use any of these waypoints really. For the stopping Express, we can now have a signal here. Obviously this needs to be two-way and can sit right there. I kind of like this. It adds a bit more to it. this can now be one way. There should be no trains ever coming down this way. So we can change that to one way. It does sort of give the stopping express priority. Not too bothered about that. Let's just see what that's done. Yeah, that's moved all of our trains. That's pleasant. It has sorted out our express to Toon, which is lovely. You'll see our coal and iron train is heading through platform 1, as well as our mixed goods train. So we don't want that, but we do have a couple of signals up here that we can reroute them. So only see what we can see. Is that the line manager? It is. Yeah, only see what we can see. Why are you not doing that? Oh, we can see all of the things, can't we? I mean, I could change it to trains as a filter. I don't think that's necessary though. Right, from here. So this one will be after Brig. This is the goods train. The goods train's going to go this way. So that's removed that from the main platform. And our... Yeah? Yes. Our iron and coal train would be after this last waypoint. I'm hoping goes that way. Tidier. There we go. That was needed. All neat and tidy. While we've got money in the bank then, we'll come back and do the bus. No, let's do the buses and then we'll sort out the coal train and take a look at the finances. We're just going to have a simple little bus line here. We may do it clockwise and anti-clockwise, I think. Just one way will do. How much is this going to cost us? I would like to get rid of this. It had a weird slope on it. Let's improve it so that when it grows, which it hopefully will. Oh, not straight. Let's have a nice little curve along with the edge of the river there. And since we have a few million in the bank, let's get the terraforming out, because you would, wouldn't you, out here? We'll get something like this and we'll take it from that level and just bring this around so that they've got a nice platform to build off, and it gives it a nicer edge, doesn't it, against the river there. There we go. Could be better, granted, but that'll do. That'll do. Right, now we can get that bus in. We're going to go for... Oh, we've got our new stops as well. So this will be the final stop, or the first stop of the loop. So if we go somewhere like here and then there. I like to do bus stops quite close together, frequent. I mean, that's how buses work usually, and we are condensed. There will be buildings here, so having one there will be lovely. I might bring that back a bit. Is that about right? It is. I might have one here, right next to that bus stop. So it's a sort of exchange. That way, what we can do is skip this section and not have our buses stop there. There, that works. And then we'll go here. And where else do we need to go? Oh yeah, we need to get rid of that as well. That's a bit silly. After here, we don't want to stop on this one, because this is where the one that goes through the mountain goes. So there and there, I think, will do us. And then we can just move this one along. I think that would make more sense. Just one this side of the junction. There we go. Evenly spread. And we'll quickly create a new line. And we're going to start here. There's going to be a few buses sharing that bus stop. We're not having it pink. Nothing against pink. What colour are we going for? I'm going to keep it blue. Well, that's the commerce line. We do kind of want similar buses. We could have them white, couldn't we? Or green, perhaps. We are in Italy. And then we've got, yes, green. We've got red. We do have a white on here. And then we've got green. Why not? Let's have green. Something different. What sort of green? That green. We don't want it too garish. Is that close to Italian green? This will be the number 5. I mean, technically it's a sort of loop, but it's not a big loop around the entire city. So we'll go with the number 5. West side? West loop. That'll do. That'll get us in. And we can put back our road depot, which we don't have. Oh, we might need to sort these out as well at some point. Okay, buildings. Let's get us a depot in. Now, I'm not sure. I don't think this is the one that caused it to crash, but I'm going to put it in. Anyway, it got removed elsewhere. I'm going to put it in here. It's kind of cool, isn't it? I like it. It's Mad Hatter's one. I don't want to blame it. It could have been anything. Right then, we're going to have these. They're green, aren't they, this time? Oh, we can't do it yet. We have to wait until we purchase them. 6. Let's do 6. Let's colour them dark green, I think it was. And we'll put those on. Ooh, can't see it. Put those on the number 5, West Loop. There we go. We've got a little bit more coverage in Domo. Beautiful. Beautiful. Church Road, he's going to. I love this. You can see where they're going as their first stop. Church Road, Windsor Rower. It's road, obviously. Manor Road, Green Lane. That's cool, isn't it? I do like that. I love this. I love this. So I hope it was something else that caused the crash. That one's going to Domo. Oh, if that's going to Domo, that's going straight to the train station, isn't it? Yes, there we go. Right, that's all tidy. Now then, Helix time. Pause it. We've got a lot of money in the bank. It might be time to add that third train while we can. I'm not sure how much one of those big boys costs us. So here we go. I have installed a couple more mods. We've got this rusty bridge and we've got an old track as well. And what we can do is branch this off to run straight up here and join just there, and possibly have it single track as well. We can also remove some of this curvature we've got that's unnecessary if it's too slow, which I have a feeling it is now. So when we first built this back in the day, we only had steam trains and none of them really got past, I think it was around 50 or 60 kilometers an hour, probably 60. 80 was about the limit as far as our wagons are concerned, which is why they tend to hover around the 80 kilometer an hour mark in most places. But things have changed. Progress has happened. This was always slow, as we did run out of money as well. It cost us a fortune to get this running. It's the sort of thing you got to contend with when you're building in the mountains of Switzerland, isn't it? And so we just accepted the fact we're going to have to wiggle for a while. And now we're going to unwiggle. But anyway, should we do it? We're going to get rid of all this. It will stay in. We'll probably cut it off up here somewhere and work it like that and keep it as scenery. And so if we go with our tracks here, we've got this old standard rusty old track. We're obviously going to remove the catenary. We don't really want to be paying that. And we're going to head it from here and into there. There you go. We've got rusty, moldy old track. Is it moldy? I guess it would be. I love it. What do you think, guys? Then it looks like we've just abandoned it. Rather than pull it all down, we'll just leave it there. Upgrade this now. Or downgrade it, I should say. It's not really an upgrade. You know what I mean? Maybe. Or we could keep the semaphore there. Why not? We'll probably cut it off just before the bridge. That would make sense, right? We could redo this bridge as well then. Maybe. We might not need to redo it, but we can certainly cut it off, say, here. Yes. I don't know why we would have demolished it. That doesn't make much sense, does it? If you're going to keep that one, you may as well keep this one as well, you plonker. Well, I was going to say you've done it now, but that's fine. Just redraw it. There we go. Did you put the right track in? I think that's the old track, yes. We can definitely... Oh, it keeps the grass through it. Look at that. Oh, it's perfect. We've got a rusty old track now heading up there. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to head off direct up here. Should we take a look at the scores on the doors? This has a line rate. Now, this was mentioned in the comments as well. This line rate is above, which is what we want. The idea is this train sits and waits and we pay less on maintenance when it's here. Once this has done a couple of journeys, that will adjust to exactly or around 400. What we're concerned with isn't so much the frequency as we've got wait until full. We're concerned with how long it's on the track once it's doing its journey. So we want it sitting here, paying a lot less on maintenance. And then when it is running this section, at the very least, we want it a little bit quicker, which is why the Helix is vanishing. We're going to come down this way. This is going to be single track, so we could do something with the old track. This tunnel section is going. We're going to come up this way and direct in there. It's actually not too bad of a grade, and we can afford to kind of dig our way through and then have a little tunnel up that way instead. I guess we can do something similar here and keep the old track in place. And we can kind of justify this, can't we? If we were going to pull it up and improve the track to concrete sleepers, why not straighten some of the curves up as well? So what we're going to do is take this from here, because there's a little bit of a wiggle there that's not necessary. But there we go, we've already got a nice speed across there. This does want to be electrified. Anywhere that's the disused track, we're going to remove the electrification from it. This is unnecessary, isn't it, really? We can go straight now. It's going to cost a bit to go straight, or straighter, as we're digging into this hillside a little more. But while we've got the money, 163 I think is going to be okay. We've got another little wiggle just here. If we just go something more like this, it gives us a better cliff face there. So there we go. This is going to be like this to the side. It's going to break our train at the moment. No, that's the wrong one, isn't it? You want this one. It'll break our train at the moment because it's not electrified. Right, this is coming off like that and straight. There we go. Can we get a good speed off here? 125. Could we do it a little quicker? I don't think it needs to be too quick. 120, 130 is kind of nice, isn't it? If we can get it. If I hold shift, we might be able to just get it in like that. There we go. Now we're going to have to rebuild this section, but we'll put it back in as though it's branched off. We do want a gentle grade down there. Otherwise, we've just wasted our time, haven't we? Ooh, you kind of need to come down a little. Well, not the grade, the curve. We want a gentle curve. I'm hoping we can reach down here. Can we? We can. Oh, it's close. It's close. Is it just about perfect? Ooh, it's a bit rough. Can we shift M and N just a little bit? No. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, it's so close. We need to go down sooner, don't we? Are we going to pull this off? I'm hoping so. 160 is kind of nice. We can get this. 154 then. We don't say 160 and then change it. Oh, there we go. Now we're underneath. There we go. How does it look? Excellent. We've still got to branch off somewhere. Or we could have it run down the side where it used to be. I kind of like that idea as well. Look at the difference that has made. We've cut off all of this helix and it will stay there like that as well. So if we get this one now, not the high-speed one, this one, take the catenary off. Did I accept that? No, you might want to accept it. Did I just change that to that? You Burke. Oh, grand, what are you doing? What are you doing? Right, that one. That one. We don't want the other one in there as part of our main line. There. Oh, that wasn't electrified. Good job I did do this. Okay. This, no. No electrification. And you want to be the old track. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, I know you... Ooh, no, you can't do it yet because our train is still on there. We do want electrification. Just put that back for now until he's gone. Okay, but this is the new junction. I like this. I like this a lot. This, no. And we want to actually draw it and put it in here and we'll end our buffers up there somewhere. Beautiful. We could even have it, I don't know how it'll look. We could even have it come in like that. Let's do it. No, it looks fine. There we go. There we go. I mean, it's a dead end. It's a track to nowhere. But I sort of like it. This can come up here then. Like we have branched, even though we technically haven't. Right, but we don't want it like that. We want it to come off like this. So it's alongside it. It's happening. We've got our branch. And then it's going under there. That was our old wiggly old track. I guess we don't technically need it to join in, do we? Like that anyway. We could have it run along the side. I like this better. Up to the station with a crossover up here. Do we like that? That's pleasant, isn't it? Yeah, that sort of works for me. Now we have our wiggle all the way up there. Get rid of this as well. We'll change this to the old track. That's pleasant. This is now one way. Or this is going to be bi-directional. We need to get that train off there. We're going to be building a little bit out here. We're also going to straighten this up a touch as well. This is going to be a little bit... All these kinks that we've got, the sort of speed we're running down there. You see, we slow down to 74. Our trains are pretty nippy. So we don't need to worry about wiggles. Instead, we can pay for it. Pay for the privilege of cutting through the terrain a little bit. We're not going to go crazy. We're not going to draw like crazy straight lines or anything like that. We're still going to hug the terrain a little bit. But we're just going to spend a little bit of money straightening out the curve to get this running a little bit quicker. Cutting down the distance. I guess what we can do is fast forward this. I'm hoping we can afford to get the third iron and coal train on the line. Once he's past this section here, we'll pause it again and hopefully we'll have some money in the bank. Perfect. Now we're going to rebuild this section a touch. We're taking this back and we're going to rebuild it. I mean, you can't remove this, can you? It's history. It's history of the map. Once upon a time, that is how it used to be. I kind of like it. I kind of like leaving it in there. This is all being... Just this little kink here is being straightened out a little bit. The price of progress means quicker trains require slightly quicker track. There we go. Right, we do want this electrified. It's just going to run nice and smooth. Hope we got a stray bit of track. We do. In there. I mean, it'll probably tidy up things like that as well. Right, so if we go up to there, 152. There you go. That's better. That's better. 152. We've still got this slow section here. We could maybe straighten that out. I don't know what sort of speed it slows down to. We can find out. 73. Yeah, but it's sort of our junction, isn't it? We're going to be heading up that way instead now. Into here somewhere. That's going in. And from this point is not going to be tunnel. We're going to have that all dug into the side. It's going to help for the scenery. It's actually going to look a little bit better, isn't it? We will sort that out. And then the old track is going to kind of run in along here. Yeah, let's tidy that up. That's rough. We don't need to tidy it up too much. We just need to like take that strange jaggedy bit out. There we go. But we do want the mountainside in. The hillside. The mountains. Definitely mountains. This can be tidied up a little bit. Along here, up to the tunnel. And then at the tunnel, we branch off. We are going to slow down anyway. But if we can keep it 100? 100 looks about right. And then we're coming into here. We're only running one train. Ooh, that's not pretty, is it? We're only running one train. I don't like that at all. Yeah, that's not pretty. We need to rework that. We can do it, though. I'd like this to come off. I should have done the junction first. Live and learn, Grand. Right, get that flat. Otherwise, it's going to make a horrible junction. There we go. Yeah, fixed it. Hopefully, we've still got a nice slope up there. We'll have to double check it. Let's see. Too much slope now. Yeah, we're going to have to rerun this, aren't we? We do have it paused, though. Thankfully, refunds were added. We don't really want that like that anyway. This should be coming off straight now. Or from here, shouldn't it? Yeah. And then we'll rerun the track down to the tunnel. Let's move it back here. And where we're going to have the junction. It's not technically a junction, is it? But where we're going to have the... Where's our track? Too much slope, really? What have I done? I've broken it. Guys, I've broken everything. I guess we're going to have to run it further back. We're still going to get rid of the tunnel. Fear not. Will you work now? There you go. Better. Yeah, that's not going to be the tunnel, though. Spending a bit of money. All right, isn't it? Worth it. We're going to take the tunnel back to there, then. Or not the tunnel. The cutting. Well, that's pleasant. There we go. Much shorter tunnel, so technically it's cheaper than this. I mean, ideally, you want it about 120 in case we don't stop. There we go. We got it working. Beautiful. We may need to do something with those, which we can do anyway. We can put our own assets in once we've finalized it. Now, where would that other track be going? It's up here. I guess it would come off somewhere like that, wouldn't it? Like this. Yeah, there you go. There's the old track. It no longer has the double track section. Got rid of that. Although we could have it as buffers from here, couldn't we? There we go. Oh, you didn't need that on though. Change that over, just like that. Disused track, disused railway, and there we go. There we go. That's where it ends. Oddly, it's not really where I want it to end. We really come in a lot sharper, didn't we? By quite a margin. Can we get round here? I would be surprised. No, it would be messy. Let's make it even smaller, the tunnel. We've paid a lot for terraforming then, for excavation, haven't we? There we go, like that. Then you can see where the old track was, up here. Oh, I like that. Accidental, awesome. Maybe. Can we bring you like that then? Probably not there. Oh, yeah, you almost work. It's almost lovely. I guess we'll just leave it there. Perhaps we can put a concrete block on there or something along this side. Like it's reinforced. There's the old tunnel in there. I sort of like that. We can tidy it up, can't we? I don't want to go too crazy with the terraforming either. I do want it to look a little bit more natural. Oh, well, it wouldn't be natural, would it? No, because you're doing all this gubbins. We're the ones that have made a mess of the scenery. Although it kind of sits in there quite nicely, doesn't it? The real question is, have we improved that line enough to justify all of this work? I guess we'll find out shortly. Right, assets. I would like to delete those bushes that are on the side. They don't look quite right, do they? Just like that. There we go. We've got more cliff face now. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I do like the trees here. We could probably add some more. Oh, that's nice. That's lovely. I love this. I love that it's got the moldy grass and stuff. I'm gonna... What are you... Ooh, what's moaning? We've still got a signal down here, don't we? Oh, yes, and you've not done. Quickly do this. We need to change that to that. All the way down there. That's where the old track used to run. No longer is the case. It just stops here unceremoniously. And then we want this one to be... Oh, did I unelectrify it again? I think I did that section. There we go. The rest of it's fine. Get that nice and new. This is the new section here. I believe we have some stray signals. Do we? No, they're gone. All right. We will make it one way though. It's going to be that way. It doesn't really matter where they are. Currently, we're only going to have one train running this. So all we'll do is put a simple signal on here. Just something like that. There we go. That'll do. We do want it one way, so we force the train's hand. And then we're coming back up to here. I guess we can have it just before the bridge. Like so. Perfect. That should send it round this way. Now, the cool thing about that is we don't slow down coming into the station. It might even be advisable to keep it this way now. It's a bit less of a climb around here. It gives it a little bit of chance to pick up some steam or electric. This is the case we have now. There we go. We've got our old track there. It's going to look kind of cool, isn't it, on our cab rides. It ends here. We've got the work that we've done there with the old tunnel. And we've still got some track this side. You could technically use it as sidings, couldn't you? I am going to save it once I'm happy with it. We're missing signals again. And that's fine though. We don't have to worry about this being long or short enough. It's just for getting onto the track without having a crossover later on. We can have... Ooh, we might need to cut a bit into the mountain. Unless we bring it back, it doesn't need to be right up at the junction, does it? If we put it there, it should be fine. Right, and then this one just here. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then we'll have one here, which should be more than enough. I mean, there's a lot of catenary going on, probably because of this here. It's fine. We'll make it work. There we go. We've got our trio of signals here. We've got a short signal there, which we don't need it in there. There's space here. We have one either side just here. Standard signal just there. One that side and one that side. There we go. We'll see how that does for us. Should we hit play? Do we risk it? I think we're good, right? It stopped moaning. It was moaning for a good reason. It didn't work. But now we do this. It's a single track. We've still got our curve here. We've still got our helix is in there as a part of history. We kind of head down, which we shouldn't do. We can mess with this a little bit at the very least. I would prefer you not to hug the track there possibly, and to branch off sooner so we're not going up to go down, because that doesn't make much sense. So maybe from this switch here we'll redraw it, yeah, something like that instead, and then bring it up. There we go. In fact, it doesn't need to go down or up at all, does it? From here it should be just nice and smooth through the bridge or through the old helix. That's better. There we go. It doesn't look as bad. We even got a nice little slope here. Can we afford to slopeify it? I hope so. Just get that in there. We could maybe change it to be a little bit like dirt or something. That works. That works. The old track is no more. We've even got scenery there. Nice, different. It just shows you the difference. Just here. This is wonderful. We may need to reinforce the side of that. This can be leveled as though the ground has settled up to the track. This bit we can tidy up as well. And we want to use it for scenery, don't we? A lot of it. This can be all gravel. Plans are afoot. Right. We'll see how that goes. I don't think we're going to buy the train today. I think we can possibly soon though. Shall I save it before I hit play? I think that's a good idea. Game is saved. We're going to see how that pans out compared to how it was before. Now we're going to need to rework this junction. However, since we're working on our big money earners at the moment, I would like to redo this junction here. Get us a nice view of the train coming by. Yeah, I'm going to widen that bridge to 4 tracks. And this to 3 tracks all the way up to the... What is it called? What do you call those? How have you forgotten? Is it a viaduct-y type thing? A modern one? Possibly. Elevated railway. Elevated track, probably. Yes. Does it matter? Not really. So we're going to branch off from, I guess, here. We don't want to go too close to this. Somewhere like that. And not with the old track. We're going to be using this. I guess from there would work. I wouldn't mind it back here, but I don't know how that would work. Let's remove this signal. Otherwise we're going to get in all sorts of issues. You don't want that though. Let's go from somewhere like this. We want to keep speed up, so hopefully we keep the speed up. There we go. 169, so about 170 will do. It's done quite a good job with the catenary as well. There we go. That's going like that. This is going to be freight bypass because we're going to need another freight train heading this way. I have a feeling someone's house is going to go bye-bye. Yep. Not the one I thought, though. Interesting. Right. Now, quickly pause it. We need to redo this little section here. You'll see we've got this very, very slow section where we come in like this. And we've got a crossover that's not really needed and could maybe be put back there. So we're going to bring this back and we're going to take this junction out and possibly take this out so that we can do it nice and smooth for our express to slide in before the bridge, and then our freight is going to go the other way. So there we go. It just means that as we're pulling out, we're not limited back there as much. Right, this needs to go up there. What sort of speed? 134. There we go. It's going to come and bypass up here. See, our freight train comes through here, and now we'll just continue on. It gives it a chance to overtake the express, oddly, or the express, if it was already in here, for this to have all this distance here for the express to pick up speed and possibly go back by it. We're going to keep the main signal for the express back here, and the new signal, I guess, is going to be up here. For the freight train, yes, to merge. So we're going to have this one. It's going to be right at the junction. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, the expresses, or the express eyes, that's not it, is it? The express trains are going to reserve the block back here, and we'll have a short signal. Could we use our potent signals to do this? Possibly. It might look a little tidier. Maybe we can sit them exactly on the catenary there. POT 3 wide. There we go. Can we get you... Is it 3 wide? It's 3 wide, isn't it? Can we get you to sit there nicely? Play nice. We want it that way round. This works. I like this. It's really unfortunate that this moves. The catenary masks will move. It always bugs me a bit. But we'll make do. We'll move it if necessary. Just so you can get the idea of what we're doing. We'll put it in like this. And we do want them one way. That one's going there. That one's going there. And then this one is going to be on the other side. Like that. There we go. I love this. I love this a lot. I mean, you could have a bi-directional central line or anything, couldn't you? I think we're in. I'll go away and do the rest of them before we start off again. These are going to slow down. What was the frequency before? Was it like 13 minutes? Have we improved it slightly? That won't tell you. You want the line. It's the same. Although, no, it's not. You've not done anything. You've not played it. So that hasn't updated. Anyway, yes, that's done. Hopefully we make enough money. I don't think we can get a third train on. There is one thing I need to do with this line that's coming through here. Ignore the full platforms. We are going to have a third train on here. Can we do it now? I mean, it would be lovely. It's pricey. I'm going to risk it, you know. Oh, look at that. With almost 2 million to spare. We have a third one. I didn't think we'd get that in today. We need to change this. Manage line. And we have an issue at the iron mine, especially with 3 trains running this. Initially, we may run the platforms dry as the trains bunch up. We are going to definitely be in the red. This one needs to be wait until full. This one needs to be wait full load any because it's picking up the first of a multi-part load. But then the train needs to be full when it leaves here so that we're completely even each time. And that means by the time it goes all the way down here to our steel mill, it's dropping off even loads. Not really necessary because coal is the first one it picks up. We could overburden this with coal as it is anyway. But that's because we've only just improved our iron, which we need to keep an eye on, don't we? How's it doing? It's running to the wire, which is kind of nice. Do we have a slow crossover here? Because that's unnecessary. I would like this to be a little bit quicker than 73. Let's do it. Let's change this to be a little bit quicker. In fact, it could be single track now. But we'll do this regardless. We'll do it regardless. What have you done, Grand? Grand, what have you done? You've broke your iron train and we're in debt. Right, this can't happen. We're going to have to borrow money. Oh dear. Oh dear. We just need enough to make this junction and then pay it off. That's probably way too much. Oh, what a Burke. I wasn't paying attention. I was so used to having all that money. Right, get this in and then undo your mistake. We're not going to cheat though. No, but I'm going to undo it. There we go. I think that's a bit better. 120 should we go for? I don't think it should be doing that speed into the station, especially since it's a terminus, but we'll do it anyway. Yes, there. And since you're doing it, we're going to change this to a modern signal. I don't know why, because you're upset that you made a boo-boo. Right. That's going to be like that for now. Pay off what you can, which is not much. Right. So, guys, I made a bit of a mess of that. It's safe to say our final bit of track widening is going to be here and not done today, as I paid for a third coal and iron train. However, it had to do a bit of shenanigans to start with. It had to go round... What are you slowing down for? Oh, probably all the changes. Oh, are you coming out the depot? It's only just coming out the depot. What's the odds on that? I mean, I guess quite high because you've had it paused. That was crawling out the depot for a good month or two. I'm not surprised though, it's huge. It's absolutely massive. Quick, pay off these debts. Oh dear. Every time we can, I will. What are we down to? Loan 7 million. Dear oh dear. I mean, that's unnecessary loan interest as well, isn't it? Quick, pay it off. It only needs one of our big trains to pull in, and then it'll be all done. I'm determined to do it before the end of the episode. It might not happen though. 5 million to pay off. Can one of our big trains pull in and sort that out for us? That was almost a disaster, wasn't it? We couldn't really afford to have that broken. Well, we got it down to 4.5 million. I think we borrowed like 10 or 11, something like that. So not too bad. It could have been a lot worse. We've got a few trains that when they pull in, they drop way more than 10 million. That's all we need. Come on, you can do it. Oh, there we go. Repay. Come on. Can you do it? Before the end of this episode. There we go, guys. We're debt free. Do you know, you're not really moving this quick enough. Can we afford to just quickly throw another one of these on? There we go. Yes, we can. That might be the perfect way to end that. Do I want to? Yeah, you do run through the city. I would prefer you nice and tidy. What about you? Oh, don't configure it. What are you doing, man? Right, there's our new train. That is heading off to Italy to pick up its first load. Our coal train is coming down its new line. I guess we're heading that way, aren't we? How much do we have left on the platform? It's going to sit and wait for a while. We've got a strange wiggle here that we may need to fix. Nope. 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 It's coming into the station at 100 kilometers an hour. Has that done much for the line rate? It's under a year. I believe it's a minute a month. Financial year. So here's the little test I would like to do with this. Currently, we're waiting until full. And we're paying a lot less in maintenance while we're doing this. If we ran a train that was timed perfectly, it's always going to be running. So we're paying for the same rate, we'd be paying quite a bit more in maintenance. That's why I'm trying to do it this way. The idea being, once we've got, say, 5 or 6 years of this running this line, we then switch it. Maybe 10 years. 10 years would make sense, wouldn't it? We then switch it to a smaller train that picks up exactly the right amount or is barely stopped at the station and see what the sort of finance difference is. There are times where that is necessary, especially if you're linking to another factory, but since our steel mill is never really struggling, as we have multiple coal mines delivering here, you can afford to let them wait. The same's going to happen now, I believe, with our coal and iron setup. So what have we got left to do? We've got a lot of tidying up to do. What's going on down here? Oh, good night. Well, that is something we need to fix. I mean, first thing... Oh, you broke, Grand. You're not doing anything. Yeah, next time out, we've got to... What on earth is going on there? I don't think we have enough buses. Well, we have old buses running it, and they're like mini buses as well. Oh, my days. That might be why this network has dropped off a little bit. We just can't get the people there. Perhaps we need to think about having a tram run this, because we can't keep up at all. Goodness me, that's rough. I would like to bring this road out, to be fair, so they can build here. It would be nice, wouldn't it? It just needs to be a little further away and then have another bit of an area here. I don't know why they've decided to just completely ignore building over here. Have we accidentally locked somewhere? I mean, we might have done. Which one is it? It's the cars, isn't it? No, they're not locked. You can go out this way. I don't know why you wouldn't. I don't know what you're doing here. It's pretty. I like it. But we need to tidy that up, don't we? Well, we're almost out of debt. I say we end it with a bit of a journey on the... Has the coal train left yet? Or is it about to leave? It's close. It's super close, isn't it? When we come back, we've got a lot to do. Still, I didn't know we had such an issue with throughput at Visp. That's a problem. Those people need to be on our train making us money. I completely forgot about Visp's singular bus network running up there, and the fact that it's a minibus, not even a real bus. I mean, they're technically real buses, but you know what I mean. But we're taking a ride on our new coal line. Modernized, improved, maybe. Will the experiment pay off? I don't know. The experiment being wait until full versus perfectly timing the route. I mean, it's a bit of a rough experiment because we don't go very direct, which is what you do in a gaming sense. However, in a realistic sense, you don't just plow as direct as possible. You're not allowed. And so we're sort of pretending that it costs too much on the rights to plow through certain areas. So there we go. Guys, I'll leave you with a cab ride, and then we've got some stuff to sort out. Will we have money in the bank when we come back? I hope so. And until then, take care.